For Connie Hall, it all started 20 years ago. That's when she said she found her life's purpose, rescuing and rehabilitating deer.
I've always loved deer. I've always loved wildlife. They're nibbling on me.
She's the founder of Magnolia Fawn Rescue, and just in the last year, she's rehabilitated and released over 50 deer.
There's dog attacks. A lot have been tangled in fences. Sometimes people will find them just sitting in the middle of the road. The mother has been hit by a car and the fawn's orphaned. There's some that are too bad off that have to be euthanized. They've been hit by a car and have internal injuries, or their legs are mangled. I mean, we see some really bad stuff.
A portion of the rescues come from the Department of Natural Resources, where she said there's been an increase in deer that have been kept as pets by the public. She said the fawn are usually drawn to children and then imprinted when treated as pets.
The pet deer problem has become bigger every year. Every year it doubles how many non-releasable deer I end up with because of the public turning them into pets. I know they have good intentions to start off with. They're trying to save a baby, but once they get a year old, they're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do with this deer with antlers, that rears up, and then they get, then they're not safe.
She strongly urges against this and said this is more dangerous for the deer than people think.
Once they become a year old, they become a nuisance. They either, can get dangerous. They can rear up and swat you, and if DNR gets reported that a deer has done that, the DNR has to put them down.
But Hall said she saved many deer from being put down and is now raising them to be wild again. So this means no cuddling, which is a rule she and her volunteers all abide by.
I'm raising them to be wild. We only touch them as much as we have to, and we don't love on them and hug them. In the wild, the mother doe does not hug and love on her babies. She just cares for it, and then she moves on.
So what should you do if you find a deer that may be in danger? Connie said give them a call.
If they're on a busy road and people find them, we take those in because we don't want to leave them in a busy area.
And she says if you find a deer on the side of the road in a ditch like this one, the first thing that you should do is check its nose to make sure it's not wet. If it's wet, that means the mother just fed it and she may be back, but if it's dry, you may need to give them a call.
If it's a country road, we take and put it on the other side of the ditch and leave it alone and come back and check it like later in the day, and the mother will usually come back.
The rescue is welcoming volunteers to come out and help feed and care for the deer. They're also accepting donations. And Magnolia Fawn Rescue tells me that they'll be having an open house on March 27th at 3:00 p.m. We'll have more information on that over on our website at WSPA.com. Reporting in Gray Court, Kristen Cheatham, 7 News.